Hello everyone.
Hello.
Nitzan is here.
Bianca's
here.
Hi.
And this is a little video that we're creating for members to remind them what to do when they get back from a sail and how to leave the boat closed up properly and cleaned up for the next activity. So Janko, please start.
Hi. Yeah. So we look later at the exterior of the boat. We start on the inside. At this point, I assume that you have already put on the shore power. So I show you what to do with the electric panel before we leave the boat. It's very important that we put the AC main
First of
switch
all, the
on.
indication for the shore power to be
Is
connected is on. You can see there's a light.
Then we put on the breaker for this, and then we put on also the battery charger. You hear the humming now. I put it off. Nothing. Battery charger on. You hear that humming in the bathroom. So it means the battery is being charged. The second important thing is you leave the battery switch on all. You don't switch it off or leave it on one or the others. Always keep it on this. So before you leave the boat, you basically put all the breakers off, and then you put one of them on again, the forward cabin lights. This is important to feed down here our outlets for 12 volts so that we can put our battery to good use and charge up our VHF. You see now here it is lit in red. That means this radio is charging right now. Make sure it is off, so it is charged and available for the next person who takes the boat out. Last thing, which is really important, these are all off because we took the breakers off, but it is important that this microphone is not just laying around somewhere where it is blocked, because when you put the breaker on again, you might have a radio transmission on channel 16 that gives you a lot of anger. So always make sure that the microphone is locked in properly in its holder. Okay, that's it for the electrics.
Okay, galley.
The galley. Okay, galley is like any kitchen. If you live with a roommate or not, you know, keep it always clean. So we don't want to find any garbage here when I come on the boat. So take all the stuff with you, cooling stuff, garbage, something. Under here you will find the cutting board, and under the cutting board is our garbage. And you see, here's garbage somebody left for us. Very nice. So we take this out, take this off board. I'll put this out for now. And you find new garbage bags right here. So you take this next garbage bag out. You can pull this plastic thing out. That's pretty self-explanatory. We put this on. And off it goes. You close this up and the boat is ready for the next one. Okay, while we are in the galley, please put every food you find on board or you want to leave for somebody else, put this down here in this locker or in the locker on this side.
And not here, for
not over there.
instance.
Exactly.
Here.
Okay, here it goes where it belongs. This is the galley, this is where the food is and everything else to drink. Okay.
Do not leave any perishable foods in the boat whatsoever.
Okay.
Only foods, dried foods, and make sure that everything is vacuumed. If it's not vacuumed, it's going to the garbage. It's just a waste.
Okay.
Any beverages you have leftovers that you want to leave in the boat, you can leave them in this cooler.
Box.
This cooler, which you can use, this would be your primary cooler, and you can put ice in here, but then we also ask you to drain it when you're done. That is a secondary ice box that most of you are familiar with. Since we have a problem with the drainage of it, inside there is a styrofoam cooler. So please put your ice bags and beverages, obviously, inside the styrofoam and take it out when you're done with the sail. Okay?
Okay, that's it. Good. What goes in goes out. Next part is the galley. I would ask you to...
Not the galley, the head.
The head, okay. I would ask you, if you use toilet paper, you know you're not supposed to put that into the toilet itself. Here is this little box where you can collect toilet paper, and I would ask you, when you leave the boat, to take this kindly with you and leave it with a fresh bag for the next sailor so that he doesn't find an unpleasant surprise here. Same thing is, make sure that you close up the head operation properly.
And the lid.
And the lid. Put the lid down and make sure that everything is dried up. Also important is on the other side that you close the C cock for the intake valve, because we don't want to sink the boat while it's at the dock. So I show you how to do this. Follow me. It's a little bit of climbing, but it has to be done. I'm sorry about that. You take this up. I don't know if you have enough light here.
Yeah, I can
Show
see.
this, okay. And you take this board out, stick your finger into this, pull this on the side, and here you see two valves. This one here, this is for the engine, the cooling water, and here you see the other one. If this is up and in line, it means it is open. If it is going down and standing up like a blockade in the line, it means it's closed. So always close this before you leave the boat.
And open it before someone needs to use the head while you're sailing.
Okay, and then you put this all back into its position.
The next thing you need to do is to look around all the portholes. So there are two portholes on the aft cabin. There's one over here,
This one?
and there's
Yeah.
one over there.
Okay.
You make sure that they're all locked and secured. There are two hatches. There's the hatch in the fore cabin. There's the hatch midship, and there are two more portholes on the sides. Make sure that they're locked and actually sealed, because a lot of times we come to the boat and we see a lot of water dripping out of the portholes.
Rainwater comes in if this is not really tightened.
Exactly.
So you see all these markers here from water running in. So this is when you just close this without tightening the screws. So take them really down, pull this thing up, and tighten these. That you
All the
really
way.
can close them up, and do it not just with one, but with both of them. And we should be fine.
Another mishaps that happens, especially with the hatch, especially because it's standing here by the lines. A lot of times we see the hatch closed, not locked, and we have lines coming in.
Yeah.
So when you close the hatch, make sure you pull it down.
Yeah, also important, you have to release this here. This is a brake. You don't force it down, but you have to release this. It comes down by itself. And now you see we don't catch a line. This closes very easily now, okay? And if you want to open it up, you just lock this in again and the hatch stays open.
Okay, thank you very much. That was for the interior, and
See you on the outside.